We will begin the graduation ceremony in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Stand back there, and then once you do IPA, I'm going to come back here, and I'll just look right in there. Is that cool?
Okay, so...
Yes.
Just waiting on our most important part of the evening, which are our graduates. So hang on one moment. Westmont Junior High School 8th grade students. Welcome to the 2022 graduation ceremony. My name is Amy Quattrone, and I am both fortunate and proud to be the new principal of Westmont Junior High School. Thank you. Additionally, welcome members of our Board of Education, Superintendent Kevin Carey, CUSD 201 and Deaf and Hard of Hearing Administration, and of course our faculty and staff. Before we begin, please check your cell phone to make sure it's turned off. As a reminder, tonight's ceremony is being live streamed and recorded, and once edited, we will place it in a link in an email to you. Let us welcome our graduates with our processional conducted by Mrs. Allison Biederman and played live by our WJHS band. And now, I would like to welcome the Westmont Junior High School graduating class of 2022. You look fantastic, 8th grade. Please be seated. I don't know about you, but I'm already tearing up, so I can't imagine how you all feel out there. There are many individuals behind the scenes that made this evening possible. Mrs. Paulin, Ms. Ryman, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Bautista, Mr. Bernstein, and the high school custodial staff, WJHS faculty and staff, and our incredible WJHS PTO. Thank you to everyone. Additionally, thank you, Mrs. Sika, for the beautiful video of our graduates, which is accessible through the QR code on your program. Special thanks to Dan Buchkowski for all of his help with sound and lighting, and thank you to Dennis from Sunrise Communications for recording tonight's ceremony. And of course, a very special thank you to our parents and for your partnership over the years. And as always, thank you to the Board of Education, Superintendent Carey, and District Administration for your support in making Westmont Junior High School such a very special place to be. Today, we celebrate you, WJHS Class of 2022, your accomplishments, your challenges, and your growth. You have certainly matured in such a lovely way over the course of your time with us. In the past 3 years, we have been through several firsts together: a pandemic, remote learning, your first and only end of the school year this year, our first dual language class, who are wearing our purple cords tonight, a Junior Citizens Police Academy, and my first time as your principal. And oh, the memories we have made. How lucky was I to be privy to so many of your TikTok pages, your Snapchat stories, and your various other social media pages that made me either laugh hysterically or just shake my head. Our 8th grade Ed Sheeran perfect dance circles, which you know you loved, admit it. And of course, our dance off with our winner, King Neo. Outdoor Ed, cheering at all the sporting events. John Ed Ruiz and the never-ending charging of his Chromebook. And the hours many of you spent hanging out on the couch in my office talking about junior high life. These are the memories to cherish for a lifetime. I know I will. You are near and dear to my heart, and I will always remember you as my first graduating class as principal. Thank you for that. It is now time to officially begin the night you've been waiting for so long, Westmont Junior High's class of 2022, your 8th grade graduation. I'd like to begin by introducing our American Legion winners, Valerie Hospodarska and Kyle Johnson, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance in English, and Jose Duran, who will also lead the pledge in Spanish. Please rise and remain standing for our pledge and national anthem.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now in Spanish.
Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América, la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos.
Thank you, students. Please stay on your feet and join us in the singing of the national anthem, sung live by our very own Sadie Scales.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Thank you, Sadie. You may be seated. Each year, 2 students are recognized by our staff for their excellence in academics and citizenship. I was fortunate enough to have breakfast with these 2 students and their families at the IPA Breakfast Awards ceremony. And I have to say, they are amazing conversationalists. I couldn't be more proud of them. Please welcome Sadie Scales and Camille Chamowski, this year's recipients of the Illinois Principal Association's Award, for their message about overcoming challenges and gratitude.
Good evening to my fellow graduates, Mrs. Quattrone, Mr. Bernstein, families, faculty, and school board members. My name is Camille Chamowski, and I am graduating from Westmont Junior High School, along with a plethora of young, innovative, and bright students before you tonight. I am extremely grateful that Sadie and I are recipients of the Illinois Principals Association Award on behalf of the 8th grade team, and it is a privilege to stand here and share some words with you. We gather here today to celebrate the accomplishments of all 8th grade students, and I am very proud of how far we have come as human beings. In addition, I am incredibly thankful for all the wonderful opportunities I had over these 3 years, despite the onset of the coronavirus. Prior to what I would like to share with you all, I want to thank some people that pushed me in the right direction. I want to thank my 6th, 7th, and 8th grade teachers for teaching me about the universal theme of perseverance. I would also like to thank my mom and my dad for being amazing role models in my life. Imagine getting sucked into a time machine without any warning. Well, it does happen sometimes. Walking through the huge grand doors of Westmont Junior High School, as it may have seemed, on August 21st, 2019 threw me off. This wasn't Miller Elementary School anymore, and this place was a brand new world for me. I was greeted with a room as big as the Atlantic Ocean. All around me, I saw taller 7th and 8th graders. I couldn't believe it. It felt like I was in kindergarten, but ironically, I actually felt a lot older after getting back into the daily routine of going to school. Walking to the back of the school for my 6th grade classes also felt weird, but I was able to get attuned to the new environment. It wasn't until something else was going to happen when I greeted my classmates from Manning and my new teachers. Overall, the first semester of 6th grade went well. Analyzing different literary works, solving math problems, defying the odds of rocket science, and talking to Greek gods and goddesses paid off somehow. Then suddenly, the coronavirus swept in like a screaming tornado. I started to have trouble managing life because many challenges were constantly thrown at me like rocks. And I am sure many of you sitting here tonight experienced this as well. We ended up being locked in the house all summer because of the pandemic, not to mention my extreme fear of bees and wasps also played a role in keeping me stuck. 6th grade was a gust of wind. Soon came August 24th, 2020. No, I did not hop onto massive yellow buses and go to school like that. Instead, I had to sit in my room for most of the year, constantly being bombarded with the strong sun from outside my window. I was faced with rows and rows of students' ceiling fans and light fixtures on my screen. To say the least, my motivation towards school started to drop, and I prayed that I could turn back time. However, I remembered some wise words from my teachers. I can vaguely remember what swirled in my mind a year ago, but they implied a wise message. Don't give up, work hard, and dream big. When most students went back to in-person learning at the beginning of 2021, I couldn't forget about how unrealistic but beautiful it seemed to go through this overall experience. I really liked all of my 7th grade teachers. They managed to teach me lots of skills despite the criteria and constraints they were faced with. I will definitely be sure to tell my kids one day about the pandemic. 7th grade was a roller coaster. Before I knew it, August 18th, 2021 came quickly. It was my final 33% of my experience in middle school, and my brother was just about to start 6th grade. I asked my mom to drive my brother and I to school, and she did. As I walked out of my car, I was greeted with smiling faces behind masks from past teachers and new teachers I have barely talked to. Yes, it was quite hot when I entered the building, but I didn't let one small thing bother me. I quickly strolled to my locker and tried to get used to my surroundings. I knew this year was going to be great because we former 8th graders were the oldest students in the school. Not so fast. September quickly rolled around and homework quickly piled up. I couldn't manage all the stress I was getting, so my mind started to shut down. Still, I couldn't forget the wise words many people told me. Again, don't give up, work hard, and dream big. My life got back on track. I experienced a significant boost in my grades, and I couldn't feel happier for myself and my teachers who helped me. Today came the grand ending of the 2021 to 2022 school year for many. May 26, 2022 is the last day of junior high school forever. May 26, 2022 is the last day of exactly 1,010 days. Thank you, online calculators. May 26, 2022 is the last day of celebrations and tribulations combined. I know that if I can face my challenges, look them dead in the eyes, and push them out of the way, then you can too. 8th grade was a triumphant victory. How can I answer all of these questions? Not all aspects of my last 3 years were difficult. In fact, I still remember some of the best days of my life during this period in time. I remember Snowflake in 6th grade, an overnight trip to a very inviting place. The water tower competition was exhilarating, but my heart bounced for joy when I heard them call my name as a winner. 7th grade may have lacked some ingredients, but there were times where many students have received academic praise for their works and actions. As 8th grade neared its end, I was excitedly preparing for this day, the day I was waiting for since walking through the huge grand doors of WJHS. Seeing lots of kids grow up to become more professional and mature had a big impact on how I saw others. All that has led me here represents the definition of gratitude. According to Oxford Languages, the definition of gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for, and to return kindness. Being grateful for what you have gotten over these 3 years means a lot to yourself and others. Maybe it has been for good grades, good luck, support from family and friends, or just being your true self. Being grateful for what you have will make you a better person. Being grateful for what you have will help you when you start your freshman year of high school. Why is being grateful so important? Because being grateful is one of the keys to life. You may be walking across the street to Westmont High School next year, or you might be attending a different school for the next 4 years of your life. Whatever your future has laid out for you, you and I will still be recognized as stellar students. When you walk across the stage very soon to receive your diploma, just remember that you can overcome your challenges while still keeping in mind that you will occasionally make mistakes and problems can arise without notice. Always remember to be grateful for what you have. Gratitude can be coming happy for receiving a soft hug from your best friend or getting an A on your math test. Moreover, I urge that you be safe this summer, make responsible choices, and take care of yourself. You will find yourself stronger leaving Westmont Junior High, even though you may shed some tears as you leave the past behind. Finally, to all parents, I hope that you help your 8th grade graduate grow to become more confident and resilient in themselves. As former principal of WJHS, Mr. John Jonak quoted in his 2014 graduation speech, "The Panther path is changing for you, and the Sentinel Superhighway will now take its place." Thank you, and congrats to the 8th grade class of 2022.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sadie Scales. I would like to start off by saying, Mom, I love you so much, but please refrain from taking any pictures or videos of me tonight and posting them on Facebook, because I might cry. Anyways, we made it through, guys. We overcame all the challenges life put in our way, and we finished middle school. That awkward point in life where everyone is going through puberty and is too young to do things like drive, but too old to order off the kids' menu at restaurants. I remember walking into Westmont Junior High School in 6th grade thinking, wow, this is going to be great. And now here I am, 3 years later, crying over the Decades Project. But other than that, I did have a great experience here at Westmont Junior High School. Throughout my time, I've created many memories and new friendships that I hope will stay with me forever. And I've created some that I'm not particularly fond of, and I'm sure you all have too, but that's a part of growing up. Over the past 2 years, we've been through so much as a class and matured substantially. With COVID-19 hitting the world at the beginning of 2020, everything seemed to take a downhill spiral. But as a society, we stood strong and endured the obstacles the universe threw at us. Our class has progressed greatly over the past few years, and I can't wait to continue growing with you all at the high school. Oh my goodness, high school. In a couple of months, we're going to be the underclassmen again. Let's all use this summer as a chance to prepare ourselves for once again being at the bottom of the food chain. But on a serious note, after spending time with our class over the year, I know that we are all ready to progress to the next level of our education. I would like to add that your families are all extremely proud of you right now. They're all feeling loads of relief that you've graduated middle school and moved on to another chapter in your life. This would be the most opportune time to ask for money. Apart from that, I would like to say to all the parents here this evening, thank you so much for what you do for your children. We are incredibly thankful for all the love and support you have given us over the years. I would also like to thank the staff of Westmont Junior High School. Without your amazing teaching, we wouldn't be here graduating today. Thank you for all that you do. That's all from me, everyone. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Thank you, Sadie and Camille. It is my pleasure to introduce a true leader and dedicated young man, our Student Council President, Luca Valencia. Luca has led the school this year in such an upstanding way. Luca, please come up to the podium to give this year's commencement address.
Before I give my speech, I just wanted to say that my thoughts are with the families from Robb Elementary School in Texas. Those kids will never get the chance to celebrate an 8th grade graduation like we get to do tonight. I hope some good can finally come from this terrible tragedy. Kids deserve to feel safe at school, and parents deserve to know that when they drop their kids off at school in the morning, those kids will be alive and safe in the afternoon. I hope someday this becomes our reality. Please join me in a brief moment of silence for all the victims of school shootings. Thank you. Good evening. I'd like to welcome everybody in attendance, families, staff members, Board of Education, and fellow students. I'm Luca Valencia, and I'm the Student Council President at Westmont Junior High School. So, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is one of my favorite movies. My mom always tells me I'm just like Ferris. I don't really think she means it as a compliment, but I take it as one anyway. One of my favorite quotes from that movie is when Ferris says, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." These past 3 years of junior high have gone by so fast, and graduation gives us a chance to stop and look around. As I look around, I see kids I met in kindergarten at Manning almost 8 years ago. We were all just tiny, scared little kids who had no idea what was ahead of us. I see some other kids I met for the first time at the 5th grade picnic when us Manning kids met the Miller kids for the first time and shared our frustrations of trying to figure out how to open a combination lock. I see kids I climbed trees with and ate cinnamon rolls with in 6th grade at Outdoor Ed, still one of my favorite memories of junior high. I also see kids that I only saw in tiny boxes on a computer screen for part of 6th grade and almost all of 7th grade because of COVID. I see kids who made 8th grade amazing because we were finally back together and we no longer took each other or our time together for granted. We played on teams or came out to support the kids who did. We joined clubs, student council, choir, band, plays, and musicals. We worked hard in our classes, most of the time, and fulfilled our student service learning commitment hours by volunteering in our free time. We were rewarded, we caused some trouble, we disagreed sometimes, we laughed a lot, and we did it all together. and most importantly, we made lifelong friends and memories that we'll take with us wherever we may go. And now, our time in junior high is over. As I look ahead to what comes next, I once again look to Ferris Bueller, who said it best. The question isn't what are we going to do, the question is what aren't we going to do. Thank you for your time, and thank you to everyone who has supported me and my fellow graduates along the way. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Luca. Well done. And now I have a message to the 8th grade class. Tonight, Panthers, I want to tell you a story about how I changed my life with one simple action. This one strategy is so powerful, it has the capacity to activate a part of your brain that will literally transform the way you see the world. This superpower doesn't come in the form of a hero or even from another person. It comes from inside you. Are you ready for it? Yeah. It's the art of expressing gratitude, or being grateful each and every day. Now, I know that on the surface, being grateful doesn't sound truly life-altering, so let me explain how it transformed my life in hopes that it will help you as you navigate the Super Sentinel Highway Camille referred to earlier. By the second month of school this year, I was already ready for summer. The second month, as in September. I was so exhausted from the pandemic and everything it brought our way that I just didn't know how I could make it through another school year. The more I dreaded facing the days ahead of me, the worse things seemed. It was a snowball effect. I know many of you can relate. The very next day, I was talking on the phone with my best friend, once again complaining how tired I was, when all of a sudden there was silence on the other end. To this day, I don't know why my best friend stopped talking, but I do know what it did for me. It gave me time to pause and really listen to myself, and I didn't like what I heard. How did I turn into this person? I had so much to be grateful for, my family, my friends, all of you. I knew I had to do something to get out of this funk. I needed to flip the script. So in future phone calls, every time I started to complain, I caught myself and turned it into something I was grateful for instead. Whether it was big or small, it didn't matter, and in turn, I asked my best friend to do the same. For I had remembered from my past that the more positive energy one puts out in the universe, the more goodness that comes back to you. What you appreciate, appreciates. Think about that. What you appreciate grows exponentially. Your gratitude virtually erases negativity. After about 3 weeks, life started changing for me in such a positive and impactful way, so much so that when I was asked to be your principal just a few weeks afterward, my heart was overflowing. I was ready for the challenge and exhilarated for the Panther path that lay ahead of me. So how did that happen? How did one simple shift change my outlook and bring me such joy? How can you do the same when high school gets difficult and life brings you challenges you deem unfair? The answer lies in your brain. Psychologists have scientifically proven that one of the greatest contributing factors to overall happiness in your life is how much gratitude you show. It's a scientific fact. Expressing this superpower can reduce depression and strengthen your resiliency. But how? This is where I get a bit technical, so stay with me, Panthers. Gratitude works through rewiring your brain by kickstarting the production of feel-good neurotransmitters. These neurotransmitters, called serotonin and dopamine, activate the bliss center of your brain, creating feelings of happiness and contentment. And with regular training, meaning practicing gratitude on a daily basis, you can actually teach your brain to better retain positive feelings and to deflect the negative ones. Ultimately, this means that your thoughts and words are your most powerful superpower. When you get grateful for what you have right now, you will soon have more to be grateful for. When you send out those feelings of gratitude, you become instantaneously happy immediately in the moment. How powerful is that? A few weeks ago, I sent you all a Google form asking you what you were grateful for at WJHS and at home. 29 of you responded. out of 96. Thank you. So let's try this again. What are you grateful for? Look around you. Look at your families and our community and the audience, all here together celebrating you. They're so proud of you. Take a look at your peers, your friends. They've made so many memories with you. Look in the audience at your teachers. They've cared for you and taught you so many valuable lessons for 3 years of your life. Parents and families, look at your loved ones sitting on the stage, ready to take on the world as a freshman in high school. Can you believe it? Look how they've grown into such kind and responsible humans. Staff, look at these students who have made you laugh and smile and who have grown so much under your guidance over these past 3 years. Feel the excitement in the air. Embrace the love. It's almost overwhelming. Now is the perfect time to use your superpower and be grateful. Feel the happiness in your heart and remember that feeling next time life gets you down. This right here is what life is all about. You can decide in this moment to give up the negativity, give up the complaining, the gossiping, and instead focus on the positive and realize what an incredible journey you're on. Fall in love with every second of it. This is when you'll truly come to life. Make it your mission to cultivate an attitude of gratitude each and every day. When you go home tonight and every day after, celebrate your major and minor accomplishments. Focus on what you have rather than what you don't have. Tell the people in your life what you love and appreciate about them, and tell yourself too. Be kind to others. You know that's a big one for me. Volunteer, open a door for strangers, give a compliment, smile more, and finally keep a daily gratitude journal in an old-fashioned notebook, high-tech app, or how about a positive note out there on social media? Always remember that gratitude is what fills your hearts. It will reconnect you with something bigger and greater than yourself, your very own superpower. Panthers, almost Sentinels, I am humbled to be your principal and so incredibly grateful. Grateful to have you in my life. My biggest accomplishment in education thus far is you. You make me proud at Westmont High School, and through your own daily gratitude, become the person that others are grateful for. I know you will. Thank you. And now for our Principal Award winners. The students I will be introducing next are the Principal's Academic Excellence Award recipients. This group of students has earned a minimum of 3.857 GPA, which is high honor roll for both semesters of their 8th grade year. Students, as I call your names, please rise and come to the front of the stage to meet our Assistant Principal, Mr. Bernstein, for your award pin and group picture. Audience, please hold your applause until I've called all of their names. Sophia Daskalov, Carly Engelbretson, Valerie Hospodarska, Kyle Johnson, Camille Kostel, Jaden Morris, Sadie Scales, and Camille Chamowski. Congratulations, Panthers. Thank you. You may be seated. Up next is Mr. Jason Prisney, our 8th grade team leader and social studies and literacy teacher. For those of you who don't know, I have known Mr. Prisney since we were teenagers here at Westmont High School. I'm honored to call him both a colleague and a friend. Mr. Prisney, please introduce our Vivian Turner Award winners. Again, students, when your name is called, please come to the front of the stage for your plaque and group picture.
Good evening. Hello and congratulations to everyone sitting on stage, all the graduates. I'm here on behalf of my colleague sitting over there to present the Westmont Junior High School Vivian Turner Academic Achievement Award. This award is given every year in honor of a teacher who dedicated over 30 years of her life to the Westmont school system. Specifically, this award is earned by achieving the highest grade point average for all 3 years here at Westmont Junior High. The students I'm about to announce have demonstrated a high level of accountability, responsibility, and academic success here at our school. This is especially commendable given the circumstances that you all endured the last 3 school years. Congratulations to the following students on this prestigious award and your commitment to excellence. When your name is called, come to the front of the stage, accept your award, we'll wait for a photograph, and then we'll all give you a round of applause. Carly Engelbretson. Kyle Johnson. And Camille Chamowski. Please join me in giving him a round of applause.
Thank you, Panthers. You may be seated. And finally, for our last award, I'd like to call Noah Anderson up to the stage. Noah was our one and only 8th grade student who served our community for a total of 100 hours during his junior high career, thus making him our only 2021-2022 100-hour recipient winner. Congratulations, Noah. I am so incredibly proud of you for giving so many hours, especially amidst a pandemic. You are an inspiration to all of us. The 2021-2022 school year has been both challenging and exciting for all of us. Thank you to the Panthers staff and teachers who welcomed me with open arms in my new role this year and who continue to engage students with more tenacity than ever. Your hearts are huge, your intentions are noble, and your dedication to this profession is unparalleled. I am fortunate to work with you. I love you all very much. Thank you. We do have a few retirements to celebrate tonight. Although he is not here with us this evening, I would like to mention that one of our teaching assistants, Mr. Dan Shields, will be retiring as of June 1st. Dan came to us after retiring from the business world, thinking that he wanted a job that would simply get him out of the house and, keep his mind stimulated. Boy, did he not know what he was in for. Dan is not present tonight, but I'm sure he's watching on the live stream. So Dan, please know that we are singing your praises. You are welcome back at Westmont Junior High School anytime you want, to get out of the house in the future. And now I'd like to call Mrs. Tara Corral to the stage to say a few words about Jude Hines, who will also be retiring this year.
Okay, thank you. I have the privilege of acknowledging Dr. Jude Hines in her retirement. Dr. Hines has worked with SACID for 19 years, and she spent the last 9 years as a social worker in our Deaf and Hard of Hearing program here at Westmont Junior High. She will be greatly missed. It's very difficult to find a social worker with knowledge about hearing loss and deafness. It's difficult to find a social worker who can sign, but it's really hard to find someone with that skill set who is also just an amazing human, and that's Jude. She checks all the boxes. She has resources and connections. She helps students and their families. She supports her colleagues. She's realistic. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. And She cares. She cares deeply about the children she works with. She advocates for them. She gets them what they need. Your retirement will leave a very large space in SASS's Deaf and Hard of Hearing program that will be very difficult to fill. Congratulations on a career that has truly made an impact.
Congratulations, Jude. We are now at a very important and exciting part of our ceremony. Valerie and Kyle, please come to the podium. Valerie and Kyle were honored this year with receiving the American Legion Award. Those who receive this medal must exemplify 6 qualities that define character: courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. It is an honor to introduce them with a request from the 8th grade class.
We would like to thank everyone here who has come to celebrate the graduating class of 2022. It means a great deal to us graduates that we know we are being supported as we make our great leap into high school. As we individually walk across the stage today and become high school students, we politely ask you to hold your applause and cheers until the end.
We want to make sure each student is honored in a respectful manner that allows for a safe environment. Please make sure that only thoughtful comments are shared and no shouting takes place as names are called. We hope that everyone has a good evening tonight. And now for the graduating class of 2022.
Thank you both. Reading the names of the graduates will be our assistant principal, Mr. Bernstein, and helping me to award diplomas will be our school board vice president, Adina Hoover. Yay. Come on up. Students, as you walk across the stage in a few short moments, you make the beginning transition from your junior high school education to the start of your high school years. I hope you cherish every moment of this time and make sure that when you walk up here on stage, you shake, take, and smile, and then scooch over, okay? I had to say it one last time. Mr. Bernstein, please come to the podium.
Huda Saida Ahmad. Noah Samuel Anderson. Ashley Elizabeth Anima. Katie Lynn Anima. Nikolai James Baldwin. Dayla Kate Belmonte. Martinez Bo Proviches. God bless. Riley Charlene Brandani. Kevin Bustamante. Sarah Violet Butasov. Mason Gray Cabrera. Jack Campbell. Evan Paul Castro. Rafael Castrojan Tello. John William Costello. Kaylin Ray Coy. Allison Mary Kamain. Deanna Lynn D'Amato. Sophia Deskalov. Jose Enos Duran. Loic James Englehart. Carly Lynn Engelbretson. Isabella Victoria Fernandez. Cecilia Isabel Gamboa. Adaya Shante Gibson. Audrey Ann Gleason. Angel Manuel Gonzalez. Zen Ul Abadin Hassan.
Yeah, Zen.
Addison Rose Hazeltine. Grayson Perry Heller. Daisy Hernandez. Mia Hernandez. Caitlin Amani Hoover. Valerie B. Hospodarska. Kyle Robert Johnson. Patrick Lawrence Jurasek. Reagan Karen Kelly. Spencer Aaron King. Camille Susan Costel. Lilia Grace Kiles. Brandon Madrid. Joseph Michael Malkowski. Caitlin Grace Murata. Paul Franciszek Maslany. Joseph Ronald McCullough. Jocelyn Erlinda Medrano. Jasleen Lily Mendoza. Carter Joseph Myrtle. Jamie Murphy. Layla Reese Music. Aiden James Nemeth. Callie Ray Niemer. Carolina Pisano. Olivia Rose Postawa. Dylan Michaela Rafferty. Neo Cranial de Guzman Reyes. Louis Joseph Riccardi. John Joseph Ruiz. Joseph Anthony Salerno. Stella Lucia Salvato Francesi. Nicholas Lino Sabraja. Sadie Corinne Scales. Elizabeth Ann Schiffer. Lucas Ernesto Cerna. Amelie Christina Sika. Aiden Bain Soto. Jay Gray Stell. Vitaly Stetsky. Kate Jackson Stiles. Shelby Janice Story. Jackson James Strohmeyer. Carter James Sullivan. Camille Emmanuel Chamowski. Leslie Telez. Perla Telez. Jeremiah Rex Thomas. Dayanara Torres Tepos. Giannis Elias Tutuyanu. Luca Clifford Valencia. Jakaila Kimura Walters. Declan Tyler West. Angel Rakaya Williams. Evelyn Y. Yao. Julia Celeste Boost Zaremba. Liam Rustam Zink. Angel Joseph Aguayo. America Exceli Cortez. Maya Tatiana Ortiz. Armando Gutierrez. Ramus Inique Jenkins. Marilyn Rodriguez Maldonado. Alan Elder Martinez. Demonte Pierre Montague. Aaron Medford Morgan Quarrington. Jaden Malik Morris. Alondra Proa. Please join me in a round of applause to celebrate the success of the 2022 Westmont Junior High graduation class.
All right, graduates, it has been a privilege. I will miss you dearly. Best of luck at the high school. Congratulations to the 8th grade class of 2022.